is another wonderful day because I got updates for you and we're doing work on this thing. First things first, she's missing parts because I'm working on it. I got the rear overs starting to get molded on. This is like all glued on, so I could take all these screws off. I could lift the thing up. Oh yeah, she ain't going nowhere. So that's big moment. I'll tell you guys a little dilemma here. So the way she sweeps up, I want to get this molded on smooth, which means I have to sand all this down. But there's not like a huge flange here for all this glue to glue it on. It's not glue, but we'll just call it glue for the sake of the video. And so I'd have to sand all this down to make it pretty even with this, which would get this super thin and lose a lot of structure. So I'm tempted to clean up this edge, but then keep it rounded so you can see that it's a wide body and where it is, and then shave over all of the screw holes so it's nice and smooth, but still has this lip where it's clearly two parts. I don't know. It's a thought. I'm just worried about getting this all shaved down and then, filling it smooth. Here, you can see it's not bad. The farther back, maybe it's hard to see. The way the contour works, it's super hard to see because of all this white on camera. But the way the body comes down here, it's almost coming out. So that if I shave this down a bit, I can make a good transition. But here, just the way this rolls up so dramatically, and then there's a bump here. Yeah, getting that to look nice and still having support might be difficult. So I got to figure it out. If you guys have any suggestions, if you think maybe I should leave this lip here so it's clearly a wide body but still shave over all the holes and everything, let me know. Anyways, but the wide body is actually not what this video is about. This video is about doing a big brake kit on this car because I got so much going on. I need to hurry up and get this thing done. I figured the best idea would be to just tear apart a fully functioning part of the vehicle to work on that instead. Yeah. All right, the real reason I'm doing it is because buddy of mine locally needs the brakes that are on here, and I have another set of brakes for it, so he needs them. I'll pull them off, put my other brakes on, so he can have these. So, wasn't planned, but that's what we're doing today. I'll show you what we got. We got these, which, yes, I know look factory, but they're not. The factory, these are aluminum, and the factory aluminums have fins up here. They're a little different, and we're using just a simple slotted rotor with them. These are bigger than factory. They're not much bigger. They actually use the same size pads as factory. But these are B&R 32 brakes, which is R32 GTR non-V-spec brakes. Yeah, they're slightly bigger than the factory ones. Factory ones are, let me think here, 280 millimeter in diameter and 30 millimeter wide rotors. That's the rotor size that the calipers use. These ones use a 296 millimeter by 32 millimeter rotor. So, yeah, I got those right. 280 by 30 is stock. 296 by 32 is what these puppies are. So, it's only like minorly bigger. But, hey, upgrades are upgrades. Again, this is a thing where like everyone says, oh, you need huge brakes on these. No, you don't. The stock brakes are actually really good. Where everyone fails is using cheap parts. Get quality pads, quality rotors, and the stock brakes are great. These were actually still an upgrade, this whole kit that I got here, way back in the day. And yeah, use quality stuff, get quality results. Anyways, I got to pull the wheels off, jack this thing up, and I got to hurry up and get these brakes off. I'm talking fast because I'm running out of time. I got to hurry up and do this. So, sorry the garage is full of junk, and I guess it always is. I don't need to apologize. Just doing a real quick time lapse here, starting by getting the brake line off and spilling fluid all over my floor because, I wanted to have to bleed the brakes again anyways. One more thing to do. That's okay. And then just pulling that caliper off and getting that rotor off. In case anybody watching this actually cares, the direction of the slots really doesn't matter. what matters way more is the direction of the venting of the rotors, where these are actually straight vented. So where these two rotors, the slots are opposite. So one's one side, the other's the other side. And because these are straight vented, it doesn't matter which side I put on which. But often we install it this way, because often the vents will be pointed this way, which is how you want for spinning. Anyways, I'm just saying this way, that way, without giving you guys any direction. I'm going to use this one, because if this was a directionally vented rotor, this is the way it go. But it's straight, so it doesn't matter. I could use either or. Anyways, let's put her on. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I gotta adjust this dust shield to fit the rotor. Let's do that. Again, I'll just talk you guys through what I'm doing in this time lapse. I'm just flattening out that dust shield cover thing there at first, and then I took some Scotch-Brite and cleaned up the mating surface to make sure it was sitting flat. Yeah, it seemed to fit pretty good at this point, so I thought I'd do the calipers. Wow, my underwear is sticking out a lot in this video. Let me fix that. Okay, hopefully that's better-ish, sort of. Sorry about that. Nobody wants to see that. I was wearing a tribute to the Montreal Canadiens and their horrible season this year by putting their logo on them. But anyways, put the wheel back on, cleaned her up, turned her around, da-da-da. Alright now, kind of an interesting story before I give my final opinions on this. I had these all painted it up for another car, and then it didn't happen. They sat on my shelf for a while. The reason it didn't happen is the other one, I should have showed you, at the seam was leaking and all the paint was coming off. So I didn't want to install it with the leaking caliper. So last night, quick at like 1 in the morning, I quickly rebuilt it. And when I took them apart, there is your brake fluid. Your brake fluid goes in here, and then it connects to the chamber with these two, and then it crosses over on both sides, and then goes to chamber for these two pistons, because there's 4 pistons, 2 pistons, 2 pistons, and then crossover on each side. And in the crossover, there's a little O-ring. I think I might have it here still, right here. Little O-ring. It's pretty thick. It's actually like square. Specific O-ring. Sits in the groove. Prevents it from leaking. Well, the one side that was leaking was missing the O-ring. I'm pretty sure when I got these brakes, I got them off of a parts car I bought that was blown up. I'm pretty sure they were like just refurbished. And yeah, whoever put them in forgot either forgot the O-ring, or when they're bolting it out, fell out and they didn't notice. So that's a concern. Kind of funny. Anyways, that's a story for you that probably everyone skipped through, but thank you for who didn't. Super happy with these. I think they turned out freaking sick. It's a little stiff, so it's hard for me to turn because they're real fresh, but yeah, I think it looks awesome. You see the whole slotted rotor in there, the Nissan logo. I think it turned out real sweet. So I gotta do the other side now, and if this is the end of the video and I don't shoot the other side, stick around for the next one. But maybe this won't be the end of the video. I don't know.